here on Summit Sunrise, and in honor of the spring equinox, I have Jim Tillich from Breckenridge Fine Art here. Good morning.
Good morning.
We are talking about some beautiful kind of spring type paintings, actually.
Absolutely, yes, especially the one, lots of color, lots of spring look, flowers and so forth.
Yes.
Absolutely.
But what I want to say before we delve into all the fun, beautiful paintings that you have, you really scour the ends of the earth to find very interesting artists, and that is displayed at the Breckenridge Fine Art Gallery. It's really fun to peruse there and just see. I mean, you have everything from cowboys to Pakistan to local Colorado. I mean, you really cover it all.
I do, and the main reason for that is it's not just something for everyone, but what it is everyone has this mental pattern of how they view life, how they view trees, how they view anything, and art can sort of memorialize that for them. So some are looking for strong oak trees, and others are looking for majestic pines or whatever. And everyone identifies in a different way.
Good morning, Summit County.
With
Thank you
art
for tuning in to Summit Sunrise.
and trees and nature. So.
I never thought of that. That's very interesting. See, Jim, whenever you come in, I feel like I get this fabulous art lesson, and it's so interesting. Now, let's show some of the beautiful pieces that you have this morning.
Okay.
Oh, here we go.
So this is Carl Ortman. Now, the richness of the color, everything. This is actually painted on, as you can see, or maybe you can't, it's difficult, a curved plexiglass.
Right, I think that is such an interesting medium, plexiglass.
Yes. So he doesn't paint on the front, he paints on the back.
Right, so you have to paint it kind of backwards.
Sort of, yeah. That makes you stop and think. And when he layers the colors, the main color he wants you to see he's got to put first.
Right.
Then he builds backwards into the tree and the tree bark and the curve of the tree. Carl Ortman is his name. He's from Colorado. He's a very interesting fellow. He didn't want to just paint.
Okay.
But see, at a very young age, he went to I believe it's called the Western Reserve Academy. It's a boarding school where you learn fine art. Oh. Well, he went there. Then he went on to college, university, and so forth. But he's an individualist. He said, I'm going to paint what I want to paint, number one. Number two, I'm going to paint what touches people. He wants it to be an emotional experience. And it is. Power.
Right.
Color. Interest. And you've seen them in person, so you know. They look just like what we saw.
Yes, and they're big, too. They're large. I mean, I don't know how big they are, but they're like, I mean, what are they? Like?
Some of them are 3 feet by 5,
yeah.
and some are... And some he even made 6 or 8 feet across and 3 feet high. Lit from the back if you want to light them. And lots of color. Very interesting. They put modern and contemporary and nature together very nicely.
Yeah, they're very pretty. And the pops of color are just wonderful on them. And then this next artist I think is so interesting. He's from, where is it, Karachi?
He is from Karachi, Pakistan. And this one, he's showing the difference between the change of the seasons, the water, everything about it shows 2 different color schemes, but he's blended it quite well.
It's beautiful.
He wants you to feel the uplift.
I was going to say, you mentioned the up, and you totally get the up from this one. The focus kind of goes bottom to top here, and it's beautiful.
He has a spiritual nature, and more than religious, it's a spiritual feeling of uplift, interest, the need for some form of worship, something in his life so that he's answering to someone.
Right. Well, and you can, I think it's perhaps even.
There it is.
I was going to say it's very much so displayed in this one. I love the blue and the light coming through the trees. It's just beautiful. And what was his quote that he said? It was so interesting.
What he said, yes, it was very interesting. He says, when an artist's inner feelings are outwardly expressed, true art is born. Art has to come from emotion. If it's not based on emotion, it isn't art.
I love that. I think that is that, and that's your thought for the day, everybody. Digest that one.
Yeah, take the art, let it move you.
Right.
and go
true
from
art.
there with
And
beauty.
For folks that don't know where you're located, where are you?
421 South Main,
Okay.
Breckenridge, right down at the end of Main Street, just where you turn right to go skiing. That's where we are.
Right on the corner there, very easy to find. Jim, thank you for bringing in these fabulous artists and enlightening me and everybody else this morning. It's always a pleasure.